An adjustment heads the field. Richard Dunwoody rides at 11-2. Boss Doyle 20-1. Conor O'Dwyer. Daradan 16-1. Richard Hughes. Difficult Times 33-1. Shane Lyons. Forest Ivory 14-1. Richard Johnson. Number 6 is Handwoven. Chris Maud rides 50-1. Harbour Island Blinken 20-1. Norman Williamson. Herdante 40-1. Barry Fenton. Istabraq the 11-8 favourite Charlie Swan. Ladder Hub 100-1. Leighton Aspel. Number 11 is Marching Marquis 20-1 for Tony McCoy in form yesterday. Mighty Moss 11-1. Fred Hutspeed. Nasoni 100-1. Philip Hyde. Number 16 is Prussia. Guy Lewis rides 200-1 for that one. Royal Tino for France 9-1. Adam Condrat. The Proms 25-1. Carl Llewellyn sold at 33-1. David Bridgewater. That's the lineup. The Royal Sunalliance away, and they settle off with 10 flights of hurdles in front of them. And the first to lead is Boss Doyle as they come quickly to the first, with Dante showing pace upon the outside. They're at the first now, and we lost one at the first, and that was adjustment of 4 at the first. So they race away towards flight number 2, and it's Herdante now that comes up to share the pace with a wide on the course. Difficult Times. These are sitting 1 and 2 at this stage. Soldat is the back marker. Also showing prominently is Ladderhab, and they've jumped 2 now. And it's Herdante and Difficult Times and Ladderhab 1, 2 and 3, followed through by Daradan in a prominent position, and then Boss Doyle the inside. These are attended by Handwoven, who's in a good position, and also Nasoni racing prominently too, as they make this long run down towards flight number 2. Richard Dunwood is on his feet, and they head down towards flight number 3 then, and it's Ladderhab on the outside taking up the running in the red cap. Ladderhab leading 2. In second place Difficult Time. Sitting third is Herdante. Boss Royal sitting in 4. Daradan the rails in 5. Then in a prominent position the Sony midfield, with Mighty Moss not that far away. Very similar colours indeed. On the extreme left is Handwoven. At this stage Istabraq is towards the back and jumping in last place. And Richard Dunwoody is on his feet and walking away after that nasty fall in the first. Come down towards flight number 4 then, and the field being taken along by Ladderhab, clear by about a length to, in second place, Difficult Times. Dante very wide on the course. Boss Doyle through on the inside races Nasoni and Daradan, with Harbour Island trying to creep through on the inside. Istabraq is still at the back in Soldat, with Soldat, but also nearer last and first is Prussia, one of the rank outsiders. This is flight number 4, and it'll be the last next time round, and it's Ladderhab who leads, to Mighty Moss the inside and Daradan, then Nasoni, followed by Difficult Times. Wide on the course is Herdante, and then Boss Doyle. Through on the inside Marching Marquis, who's travelling well. Then we have Harbour Island, followed by Forest Ivory, who sits midfield in front of the French runner Royal Tino. But at this stage, still plumb last is the red-hot favourite Istabraq, and a lot of ground to make up. He's giving the leaders at this stage 20-length start as they swing left-handed and race away down the hill towards flight number 5.
Istabraq settled pretty well though as they race down the back, and Mighty Moss just about has the lead from Ladderhab towards the outside. There's little to choose between them, and they're just kicking away from the others a little bit now, stepping on the gas down the hill towards the next flight number 5. Mighty Moss and Ladderhab, and a very bad mistake on the inside by Harbour Island there as they head towards the middle one down the back, flight number 6, and up front it's Mighty Moss the inside of Ladderhab. Nasoni goes third the outside of Daradan, then Herdante, and Forest Ivory is not too far off them either. Neither is Boss Doyle towards the outside. Harbour Island trying to get up the inside now, and then Royal Tino is making headway, and Istabraq has passed 4 or 5 as they jump another down the back, at which Mighty Moss landed in front, but Royal Tino has taken off down the outside. The yellow jacket, pale blue hoop, Adam Condrat, has come right on the scene, the Frenchman, as they climb on the far side. It's Mighty Moss joined by Royal Tino. Between horses is Nasoni. Daradan is next, and then Ladderhab struggling to hold on to his position. Boss Doyle and Forest Ivory as they take the next, and Istabraq is now moving up on the wide outside in about 6th or 7th place. Green and yellow hoops on the heels of the leading bunch has made good headway. Top of the hill, Mighty Moss from Nasoni, then Daradan, Royal Tino the outside. That's the leading 4.
So Mighty Moss just has the edge as they begin the descent then towards the third last in this Royal Sunalliance. It's Mighty Moss and Nasoni 1 and 2, with the nose band out wide, the darker blue. That's the gamble of the race, Daradan. The yellow colours behind this comes Royal Tino. With a bit of a run is Forest Ivory for the informed Nicholson stable, and then behind that comes the Proms, and also making good ground still is the red-hot favourite Istabraq, the white cap. It's going to be a classy performance this by Istabraq if he wins, but it's Daradan who just takes it up with on the inside side of the Mighty Moss and Deraden 1 and 2. Here comes Istabraq full of running. This is 2 out. Oh, he was bumped there, Istabraq, but it's a battler. It's coming through on the inside of Forest Ivory. So they've just got one more flight of hurdles to jump, and it's Istabraq coming through to take Mighty Moss and Deraden. And here on the outside, Forest Ivory, but the cheers are up for the Irish horse, and that's Istabraq, but it's going to be a battle on his hands. If he's to win, this is the last. It's Istabraq who lights the field now, and it's Istabraq going on to Mighty Moss, the far side. Deraden is putting in another renewed challenge, but it's the red-hot favourite Istabraq battling up the field, but coming back at him is Mighty Moss and also Deraden. It's going to be very close, but Istabraq is going to take it at the line. Istabraq wins for Ireland. Charlie Swan knows it. Mighty Moss in second, Deraden third, but in fourth came Forest Ivory. A big gap there to Soldat, who came home in front of Harbour Island for the Martin Pipe team. And then behind these we have one of the strugglers early on, but finishing well, Marching Marquis, and then Difficult Times. And the field trailed back to Nasoni Herdanti, and also the last to pass the post was Latter Harb. And so the result then of this, the Royal Sunalliance Novices Hurdle, Istabraq, the 6-5 favourite, has done it the hard way in the colours of Mr. J.P. McManus. J.P. McManus, trained by Aidan O'Brien, his second triumph of the champion at the festival meeting. Ridden by Charlie Swan, for whom this is the 11th winner at the festival meeting. Istabraq came from last to first and then showed great resolution, great battling qualities to come up the hill to win. Second horse home is number 13. That's the Mighty Moss in the colours of Mr. Ken Hutsby, owned by him, trained by David Nicholson, whose horses are in firing form and ridden by son Fred Hutsby. And the third horse home is Deraden and Richard Hughes for the Pipe team. But there's our winner.
Here's the SP. First, number 9, Istabraq, 6-5 favourite. Second, number 13, Mighty Moss, 11-1. Third, number 3, Deraden at 16-1. The totes, the win paid £2.40, places 150, 220 and 330. Dual forecast £10.60. 3 non-runners, numbers 12, 14 and 17 round.